Good evening. I'm Sergeant Rashad Hollis, Vallejo Police Department's Public Information Officer and Community Engagement Sergeant. Thank you all for attending today's Town Hall meeting. This meeting concerns an officer-involved shooting that occurred on Friday, August 29, 2025 at 6:01 p.m. at the Blue Rock Village Apartments located at 2000 Ascot Parkway here in Vallejo. The purpose of this meeting is to share the available facts regarding the incident and to provide the opportunity for our community members to provide their thoughts, concerns, and questions. Before we continue, I'd like to let everyone know that this meeting is going to be translated in American Sign Language and will be recorded at a later date tomorrow and posted on the city's official website, with closed captions available in multiple languages, including Spanish and Tagalog. We will listen to comments and take questions from the community after our presentation. Please keep in mind that this incident remains an active and ongoing investigation. Tonight's meeting will conclude at 8 p.m. or after the final question or comment before that time. Thank you for participating in this town hall meeting. I will now turn the meeting over to the Vallejo Police Department's Chief of Police, Jason Ta.
Thank you, Sergeant Hollis. Just want to start by thanking all of you here tonight, community members, families, and the media for taking the time to attend this town hall meeting and to join us in an important conversation about the recent officer-involved shooting. Our commitment this evening, as always, is to continue earning your trust through openness and transparency. This is why we are here tonight. We want to share with you what we know at this point in the investigation while respecting the ongoing criminal investigation being conducted by the county task force. Our goal is to present this information in a way that is fair, respectful, and clear. When officers interact with members of our community, the use of any type of force must always be reasonable and measured. We understand that officers sometimes face difficult, fast-moving situations, but their decisions must remain lawful and consistent with our policies. We also recognize that any use of force, and especially deadly force, is traumatic for everyone involved, the families, community members, and officers alike. This is why we take these events extremely seriously. Every use of force is reviewed multiple times by supervisors, command staff, our professionals, and our professional standards division. If there is a need for change, whether through training, discipline, or updates to our policies, those steps are taken. Each month, a full report of these incidents is provided directly to me as the Chief of Police. When this incident occurred, the entire department mobilized. I personally responded along with the Deputy Chief, both captains, our Public Information Officer, our Internal Affairs Commander, our entire Detective Division, police chaplains, and other civilian support staff. Part of my responsibility in moments like this is to make sure that information is shared quickly and responsibly with city leaders, partner agencies, and most importantly with you, our community. That same night, we issued an initial press release that included the basic details of what happened, the number of people injured, and weapons that were recovered, in this case a BB gun. A later press release followed with additional information, including the names, experience, and assignments of the officers involved. Just as important, we made it a priority to reach out to the family of the individual involved. Chaplain Brown and Pastor Harris served as family liaisons, contacting the family, offering support, and ensuring they had the opportunity to meet with me directly if they so desired. Tonight, we will continue that commitment to openness. You will hear the 911 calls that first came into our dispatchers, followed by the radio traffic that was relayed to the officers in the field, We will then walk you through the steps of pre-event planning and de-escalation efforts that were made. You will then see video footage from in-car and body-worn cameras. And finally, you will hear the immediate life-saving care that officers provided at the scene, to include an emergency air transport to the hospital. I'll now turn this meeting over to the Administrative Bureau Captain, Sanjay Ramrock.
Thank you, Chief. Good evening. My name is Sanjay Ramraka. I am the captain of the Administrative Bureau for the Police Department. The Administrative Bureau encompasses our Compliance, Integrity, and Accountability Division, Professional Standards, and our Support, Analysis, and Reporting Division. I'd like to begin by providing some background on tonight's meeting and the context of where we stand today as an agency. This is the third officer-involved shooting our department has experienced in the last 5 years. Thankfully, none of these have resulted in a fatality. In that time, the Vallejo Police Department has undergone significant changes and improvements in our policies, training, community commitment, and our operational and administrative review systems. We have prioritized training in crisis intervention, implicit bias, principal policing, cultural diversity, and procedural justice. In the critical area of use of force, we lead with the sanctity of life, with an emphasis on de-escalation. Less than lethal options, physical skills, and firearms are trained several times a year to increase proficiency. Importantly, however, is decision-making under stress and is practiced in our state-of-the-art training simulator. The officers involved in this incident have received and participated in this training. Beyond training, we've enhanced our practices around accountability, transparency, and review mechanisms. One important change is our renewed commitment to community communication and outreach following officer-involved critical incidents. To foster trust and build partnerships, we hold town hall meetings, like this one, soon after an incident and in the area where it occurred. Tonight, our intent is to provide the highest level of transparency possible, while being mindful of the open criminal investigation being conducted. We will be sharing relevant video evidence and factual information available at this stage of the investigation. We've also strengthened our family support practices. A Vallejo Police Department chaplain now serves as a family liaison, facilitating communication between the Chief of Police and the involved family soon after an incident. That process has been followed in this case, and we have been in contact with family members affected by this incident. Our police reform efforts led to two important processes. One is the Solano County Officer-Involved Fatal Incident Protocol now assigns the criminal investigation to the newly formed Solano County Major Crimes Task Force. Under this protocol, the district attorney is tasked with conducting an objective and independent investigation. The Vallejo Police Department investigators are not involved in this criminal investigation. And number two, the Critical Incident Review Board. We have overhauled our internal review system. The CURB, as it's also known, evaluates each critical incident with the goal of agency improvement, review, planning, decision-making, supervision, de-escalation and tactics, training and equipment, policy issues, and post-event response. In the event of an officer-involved shooting incident, two parallel investigations are initiated. The protocol, as mentioned above, and an independent administrative investigation conducted by, in this case, the Rennie Public Law Group, to determine if policies and procedures were followed. Vallejo Police Department Internal Affairs investigators are not involved with this administrative investigation. And of course, as mentioned previously, the Critical Incident Review Board convened within the department. The board is comprised of department leadership, training staff, professional standards supervisors, community representation, and subject matter experts. Phase 1 of this board has already occurred. As the Vallejo Police Department's policies and procedures continue to evolve, I want to emphasize our commitment to partnership with our community. We cannot do our jobs effectively without your confidence and support. At this time, I'll turn over the presentation to Deputy Chief Knight, who will provide a summary of the incident.
Good evening. My name is Bob Knight, and I'm the Deputy Chief of Police of the Vallejo Police Department. In a moment, we're going to see a series of videos and audio files, but prior to that, I'd like to provide an overview and timeline of events that we know at this time, to provide context for what you're about to see. As this case is still in its early stages and being conducted by another criminal investigative agency, it would be inappropriate for us to share details beyond those which are confirmed and suitable for release at this time. On August 29, 2025, at approximately 5:15 p.m., the Vallejo Police Department Communications Center received a call of a male wearing a ski mask and a white tracksuit on the hood of a silver SUV that was in motion in the area of 2000 Ascot Parkway. While the vehicle was traveling, the caller reported the subject fell from the vehicle and began to walk away. There were no patrol officers available to respond to this call at that time. At approximately 6:02 p.m., Vallejo PD received another call from a different person at the location who reported a subject matching the description in the previous call for service, indicating he was now breaking out windows of a gray Hyundai SUV in front of one of the apartment buildings. Patrol officers were dispatched at that time. At approximately 6:05 p.m., 3 minutes later, the Vallejo PD received another call from a person inside the apartment complex who identified the person breaking out the windows of the SUV as Alexander Schumann. She identified herself as a person on scene and who knew the subject. She indicated Schumann made a comment that he wanted the police to shoot him. While officers were en route, dispatch tentatively identified the subject as Alexander Schumann, a 24-year-old Vallejo resident who was found to have 3 outstanding warrants for his arrest, 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. A few minutes later, several Vallejo Police patrol units arrived and established a staging area nearby to plan a response. Officers attempted to gather additional information by contacting a witness via telephone, as well as checking whether Schumann had any firearms registered to him. Based upon what we know at this stage in the investigation, we do not believe the officers had any information that the subject was armed with a firearm. At approximately 6:23 p.m., numerous patrol officers moved in to make contact with the subject of this call. As the officers pulled up to the silver Hyundai SUV within the apartment complex, Mr. Schumann was seated in the front passenger seat with the door open. As the officers stopped their vehicle, he quickly exited the vehicle and immediately pointed what appeared to be a black handgun at the officers in a two-handed shooting position as he walked towards them. At that point, an officer-involved shooting occurred, wherein 2 officers discharged their service weapons, striking Mr. Schumann. Between the 2 officers, a total of 7 rounds were discharged. He sustained gunshot wounds to the upper and lower body. You are about to listen and watch a series of audio and video files depicting the events I just described. These include 911 calls, police dispatch audio, and videos from a police car dash camera, as well as officer body-worn cameras. All audio and video files have been redacted pursuant to Penal Code 832.7 B6 to protect things like license plates, people's names, addresses, etc. One thing I want to note before you listen, particularly in the 911 calls, is as someone is speaking, you will hear a pause where you can no longer hear audio. It does make the conversation sound a little bit strange, and that's where certain information that is private has been redacted. So I just want to prepare you for that. The sharing of this information is not intended to provide any evidence that a conclusion has been reached in this investigation. Please note, body-worn cameras and in-car cameras are generally affixed in a direction that capture the line of sight of the camera, but not at an angle or view that depict what the officers actually saw or experienced. Vallejo Police Axon cameras are all equipped with a buffer feature that shows video footage up to 30 seconds prior to the activation of the actual camera with no audio.
Hello, police and fire.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
I'm just calling because I saw a guy on the hood of a car, and then I'm up by Ascot Parkway or near Blue Rock Village Apartments, and then the car sped off down the road, it seemed like he was trying to get the guy off the hood of the car.
What kind of car was it?
The guy was wearing a ski mask. I'm running to get a make and model, but it was like a silver SUV, like a compact SUV.
Which way were they heading?
They were headed down Ascot towards Columbus Parkway from the Blue Rock Village Apartments, and then they went back up and made a U-turn trying to get him off. And then it seemed like, because we were going to the store, and he like either fell off or came off, and I saw the guy that was on my page just walking down Ascot, and I believe he went onto Columbus. What would that be, like eastbound or northbound?
Okay.
He's wearing like an all white trap do kind of thing with the red like roses or something on it, and he had what's it called, like a shoulder bag or something like that, black shoulder bag and a black ski mask.
Okay. So black ski mask and then a white tracksuit with roses on it, and it was a silver SUV.
Red, yeah, red.
Okay, your name? And how long ago was this?
Like 5 minutes ago, not even.
Okay, we'll have officers check out there. If you see or anything else, call us back, okay?
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
(911) with the address of the emergency.
Hi, I'm at 2000 Ascot Parkway on the building. I just witnessed vandalism towards the car.
Okay, what happened?
A little kid, probably like 16, 17. He's
Okay.
smashing all the windows.
Okay. Was he black, white, Hispanic, or Asian?
I'm not sure. He has a face mask on. If I would guess, darker Hispanic or black.
Okay.
Wearing a white hoodie, face mask, and white pants. Has a satchel bag with him too.
Did you see him come out of a building?
No, I saw him running around the apartment when I got here. And right now I walked out to walk out my dogs, and I heard him smashing the windows out of all the car.
Okay. And then what kind of vehicle is he breaking the windows on?
It looks like a gray Hyundai Tucson. It's a gray Hyundai SUV. If I would.
The Hyundai Tucson?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just him by himself?
Yeah, it looked like him just by himself. He was sitting on the car for like 10, 15 minutes. Right now I walked out. I just heard him breaking the windows.
Okay, we'll have someone check the area, okay?
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, bye. Emergency.
I hate to report
there's a crazy person outside vandalizing. Hey, where is this at?
The address is 2000 Ascot Parkway.
Oh, it looks like we have a call for that already. What is your name? I'm sorry, your name is what? I couldn't hear you. Your phone is kind of breaking up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, can you hear me? There is like a motorcycle.
Yeah, I can hear you better now. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's already tracked back from the property.
And who is this person?
Oh, and he wants the police to shoot him.
He's saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, he's trespassed from the property already.
And where is?
He's here.
Okay. And what is his name? You know his name?
Alexander Schumann.
Do you know how to spell his last name?
Schumann.
Okay.
And is he, let's see, can you give me a better description of him? Because other people have given descriptions, but not very detailed ones. Is he black, white, Hispanic, Asian?
Mixed.
Mixed. What does he look like?
He's got on a mask right now, but
But is he like mixed black and white, mixed Hispanic and Asian, mixed what? Black and white.
Okay.
probably 6 feet.
6 feet, you said? Heavy, slender.
Slender.
And is he somebody said he's wearing an all white tracksuit, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And a mask thing that covers the head and all that.
Like one of those ski masks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it black?
No, wait.
Oh, white? Okay. Oh, someone just said a ski mask. I didn't put a
Color.
And he made a comment that he wants the police to shoot him?
Yep.
When did he say that?
Just now outside.
Oh.
And which apartment are you guys in? And does he have any weapons that you can see?
Not that I can see, but he's got a bag.
Alrighty. Okay. Like I said, we do have officers on the way.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
What's the address of the emergency?
It is 2000 Ascot. We already called.
Hang on. I can't hear you. Hang on a second, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, what was that?
Oh, he's shooting. He's shooting a gun outside.
Where are you at?
2000 Ascot Park.
Hang on. I have a caller who thinks he's shooting a gun. Okay, ma'am, we're there right now, okay? I need to disconnect.
Okay.
Next, you're going to hear the dispatch audio from the police radio in which the officers were communicating with dispatch and each other. I just want to give a disclaimer that when we produce the file, it compresses all of the discussions that happen on those radio transmissions close together. But I just want to give context that there'll be some police jargon in here, police codes and things like that. But most importantly, this radio traffic actually spanned over the course of 15 minutes. But the file is compressed, so you'll hear an officer speak, then another officer speak, a dispatcher speak. periods of time went by between those things. I just wanted to provide that.
Hello, 501.
Good.
We'll be 10-8, and you can send us engineer 166.
Copy, and I believe we just got an update for him as well.
Copy.
544.
Good.
We'll be 10-8. You can attach me to Adam 1.
10-4. 5 Adam 1, 5 4. You're going to want to check that last update in the call, please. And Sam 5, you could also check the last update.
Copy.
Adam 1, I copy. Did the subject make these comments, or is this the RP?
The subject yelled it while out the parking lot to that RP.
7-5, you can put me on it.
And Sam 5.
Paul 7, you can clear me up to 6 and attachment to the west.
Copy. It appears that subject's also going to be 10-12 at Frank.
Hello, 5 Adam 1.
Adam 1.
We'll stage a Ascot in Columbus, so that way we have more units.
10-4.
Paul 497 stage.
12-4.
Hello, 7-5.
Sam 5.
What's our history with this mill house?
It looks like just protection orders and suspect in a 211. Those are the only hits we've had, and that's from this year.
Copy, any license register?
Negative.
Lincoln 5.
Lincoln 5.
Looking at the notes, did the vandalism take place prior to him being tossed off the vehicle or after?
I believe it was after they were doing it wall landmine.
Copy.
Sam 5, Paul 7, Paul 8 stage.
10-4.
Sam 5, can we work on an update before we go in, please?
I will try to get RP back on the line.
I don't want, we're on the 21 what's on right now.
Copy. There, unit with traffic.
I don't want, it was accidental.
Copy.
Hello, 5 Adam 1. All units are going to be rolling in. We'll advise on our code 33.
10-4.
5 Adam 1. I think he's in the car right here in front of us.
Copy. I'm going to give you code 33.
Shots fired, shots fired. All officers are okay.
Copy, shots fired.
Stand 5, shots fired. Start coaching medical.
Copy, shots fired. Starting medical.
Stand 5, we haven't been cut. Go ahead, start coaching medical, please.
A-firm, they're en route.
Lincoln 5, I copy. Shots fired. I'll be starting protocol. Sam 5, call me when you can.
I copy.
Hey, let me see your hand! Hey, let me see your hand! Hey, hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Yeah, we got shots fired. Shots fired, shots fired. Keep your hands up! Hey, keep your hands up! Hands up! Stop reaching! Stop reaching! Hands up! Do not reach for anything! Hey, whatever that looks like guns by the back left tire.
Start coaching medical.
Yeah, I'm good.
Copy, shots fired. Starting medical.
Hey, let me see your hand! Hey, let me see your hand! Hey, hey! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Yeah, we got shots fired. Shots fired, shots fired.
Keep your hands up!
Hey, keep your hands up! Hands up!
Don't reach! Stop, please reach! Stop reaching!
Hands up!
Do not reach for anything!
Hey, whatever that looks like guns by the back left tire.
Start approaching medical.
Yeah, I'm good.
Keep your
Hands up! Pocket.
Hey, let me see your hand!
Hey, let me see your hand!
Hey, hey!
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Yeah, we got shots fired.
Shots fired, shots fired! Keep your hands up!
Hey, keep your hands up! Hands up!
Don't reach! Stop, please reach! Stop reaching!
Hands up!
Do not reach for anything!
Hey, whatever that looks like guns by the back left tire.
Start approaching medical.
Yeah, I'm good.
Keep your hands up!
Hands up! He has his hands in his pocket.
Hey, let me see your hand!
Hey, let me see your hand!
Hey, hey!
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Yeah, we got shots fired.
Shots fired, shots fired! Keep your hands up!
Hey, keep your hands up!
Don't reach!
Hands up!
Don't reach! Stop! Don't reach! Stop reaching!
Hands up!
Do not reach!
Whatever that looks like guns by the back left tire.
Start approaching medical.
Yeah, I'm good.
Keep your hands
Hands in his pocket.
Hey, let me see your hand!
Hey, let me see your hand! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Yeah, we got shots fired. Hey, keep your hands up! Hands up!
Stop reaching! Stop reaching!
Hands up!
Do not reach! Stop reaching!
Hey, whatever that looks like guns by the back left tire.
Start approaching medical.
You guys good? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Keep your hands like
Hands up!
Emergency measures were immediately called, and officers began administering first aid to Mr. Schumann. EMS responded to the scene and took over medical care. A CHP helicopter had simultaneously responded to assist our agency. Vallejo Fire asked if the CHP helicopter would be willing to land and transport the subject to a nearby hospital. Despite this not being customary, CHP agreed and transported Mr. Schumann via helicopter to a nearby trauma center. He received life-saving medical care and survived his injuries. We would like to personally thank the Vallejo Fire Department and the California Highway Patrol for these extraordinary efforts. The officers who discharged their firearms in this incident are identified as Officer Saravia, badge 759, a 3-year member of the department. Officer Sani, badge number 760, a 3-year member of the department. Alexander Schumann has been formally charged by the Solano County District Attorney's Office with the following crimes: felony vandalism misdemeanor domestic violence, misdemeanor drawing, exhibiting of an imitation firearm in a threatening manner, misdemeanor resisting arrest, as well as the previously mentioned 3 arrest warrants that were outstanding. I will turn this meeting back over to Sergeant Hollis for the community engagement and closing.
We will now transition to the community engagement portion of tonight's town hall meeting. Before we begin, I would like to share the engagement ground rules. These guidelines are designed to create a safe and respectful space where everyone can express themselves and ask their questions. They reflect our community's values of fairness, dignity, and responsibility. Please be courteous to everyone here. Listen to others with respect. Understand that this is an emotional topic. Tonight's focus is on the specific critical incident and not broader issues or topics. Personal attacks will not be tolerated. Anyone who engages in personal attacks will be asked to leave the auditorium. If you would like to speak, please sign in with the executive secretary seated in the rear of the auditorium. You will be called to the podium in order listed on the sign-in sheet. When your name is called, please walk to the podium and speak into the microphone. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to share all their questions, comments, and concerns. Keep in mind that only a short time has passed since this incident. We are sharing the maximum information available at this stage of the investigation. Because of the multiple ongoing investigations, we cannot provide details beyond what has already been presented. As a department, we emphasize that the preservation of life is at the core of our mission. A lethal encounter is never the desired outcome when law enforcement comes into contact with members of our public. Thank you for your understanding. For future inquiries or topics not related to this incident, you may contact me directly via email at vallejopolice.pio@cityofvallejo.net. That's vallejopolice.pio@cityofvallejo.net. We will now start the listening session.
Hello. My name is James Schumann. I just have 2 questions. I'm the father of the victim. My first question is, I keep hearing, can you hear me? I keep hearing shots fired, and it's clear in the evidence that you just showed up there, the gun that my son was supposedly holding didn't have a trigger in it. So whose shots were fired?
The shots fired were the officers informing our communication operations division that they fired their weapon.
And before that, what attempt of de-escalation was there?
There were multiple attempts of de-escalation, sir. The officers, one, used time, distance, and they communicated with each other. They staged before arriving on the scene, and they contacted each other just to make sure that we had enough officers there in case there was
You had 50 cop
escalation
cars
involved.
there. I seen it. But thank you. That's all I had.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Do we have any other questions or comments?
Evening. Just wondering, I know you just said that you can't give any further information than was already disclosed, but was there ever any in those records that since he had arrest warrants and had a restraining order, that there was any indication of mental illness?
Was there, your question was there any record of the arrest warrants or that he had a mental illness?
In the records that you had from prior contact, was there anything in those records to talk about that he had mental illness?
That's a very good question. The answer is no. No information were known to the officers at that time. As the chief and captain had mentioned, this is an ongoing investigation. Though all of those details will get flushed out in terms of what was known and what was available information at the time. Through our phase 1 of our CURB process, we have determined that as it stands right now, we're unaware of any information about mental illness that was known to the officers at the time.
Troy Finley.
Hi. 2 questions. Well, 1 statement and then a question. I did hear in the 911 calls that your operator did ask, does he have a history? And that was a great thing because most of the times you don't get that and you guys have to kind of go into a situation blind, if so to speak. So that was great. One of the things that I did notice, and you did say that their protocol was to give space and recognition. Was that what you had said?
Space, distance, and time.
Space and distance, I'm sorry. But the one thing I did notice was as soon as, and it was on all the body cams, as soon as they got there, they shot, and then they asked him to put his hands up, and then they asked him to put the gun down. So that the space and distance, I do understand that, because you do want to make sure you can assess the situation correctly. But in that way, unless there was another officer there that was identifying the situation before the other officers arrived, it was shots, victim fell, and then, it was, where did I put down, and then they told him to drop the gun and put his hands up in that order. And that, to me, seems like there's a problem within the protocol of how you guys assess the situation and react to it. That was all I had.
Thank you. That's a very good question, sir. Of course, we have to be very careful in terms of what information we provide. We do not want to make any conclusions whatsoever at this point. We are not the investigative agency. There is a criminal investigation that's being conducted by another entity and an administrative investigation that's being conducted by another entity. All of those things will be investigated, not by ourselves, but by them. The only thing one thing I want to speak to, because it's a little bit of a police technique, is when Sergeant Hollis talks about time, distance, and cover, you may have heard of a term called a high-risk car stop or a felony car stop, where officers pull up, stand at the V of their door, point their guns downrange, and call out a subject and have them walk backwards towards them. We do believe that was the intended technique that was attempted to be used before what happened and that you saw transpire on the video.
Diane Peterson.
Hello. Thank you for your transparency. I just have 2 questions. One, do you have any knowledge of either a lawful predictive policing program utilizing computer technology or rumored criminal harassment by, say, a criminal element of our public? And do you have any knowledge at all of that? So say, for example, just a story that was in the news about a year or so ago about a young teenage Chinese exchange student who claimed that he was being harassed solely on the phone, and that he felt the need to go up into a mountain or go on a mountain because they were claiming that he needed to inform his family in China that he was being kidnapped so that they would pay a ransom to those on the phone.
Yes, ma'am, and I will talk to you offline about that. Right now, we're just strictly talking about this specific incident.
Right. I'm saying because he claimed that he wanted to be killed by police.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that type of harassment, I'm just saying, if it's not being, publicized, I'm just asking about it. And so I understand what you're saying, which is not, it doesn't seem directly related, but I'm asking because of my own experience. And then the other is simply in a shooting like this, which it does seem justified, and I appreciate the transparency, but just a question: when you've been identified of the person, because you had a name at that point, is there any way to contact, or is it not possible to contact, like a family member or something through a database? Do you guys have that access to you once you have a name of, and a location to see if there's anybody located like that? Is that just too much work for you guys to have to do? I mean, it seems like it probably is, but I mean, once somebody gave you a name, and the reason why I ask is because they had already said that he wanted to be shot by police, right? So if you contacted, a family member, they might have informed you he doesn't own a gun, for example.
I understand your question, ma'am. But we'll talk offline, but the family was contacted.
Okay, thank you.
John McKenzie.
Good afternoon. Thank you for participating in this event. We really appreciate it. My name is John McKenzie. I'm the president of NAMI Solano. That's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And we're not here to second guess anything that actually happened as a result of the actual initial encounter. We just want to ensure that this potentially has the opportunity to be kind of a watershed case or a landmark case to enable the community to move forward. And we would like to earmark this case as something that could be considered for Solano County in future crisis intervention team development. And obviously with a focus on mental health and ensuring that all of our law enforcement and public engagements, when any opportunity is available for mental health to be considered as part of the engagement, that becomes part of our considerations.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Based on your comment, I kind of just wanted to address one thing that I think we're doing pretty well at the Vallejo Police Department. We've initiated what we call the iHeart program. It's a mobile team that navigates folks in crisis. Some of our members are here tonight. I think it's a very good resource. I'm not going to speak about this specific incident, but in general terms, if there is a crime in progress and or a person who is wanted for crimes, our iHeart team would not be the first to respond to that. So they can often come in support of or a co-response, but generally in instances, if there's a crime in progress or something like that, there would be an after effect. But I think your point is very well taken, and thank you for your comment.
Yep, understood. Yeah, the iHeart, the Pacific Clinic's mobile crisis team, as well as law enforcement, as well as the advocates with NAMI. I think that this demonstrates that we have some potential movement forward, but we're not here to second guess the actual incidents that happened at the event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Jeffrey King.
Hey, I think this message is probably for the chief. As you know, Chief Taub, California Government Code 7923.625 requires the prompt disclosure of audiovisual records of or relating to a critical incident. I believe that's what you're disclosing under today. So that's required within 45 days. This is obvious.
Try again. Test. The purposes of the videos that were shown today were for purposes of the town hall meeting, to be transparent with the community, that show the discharge of a firearm from a law enforcement officer at a person. Although I do think an aspect of those videos would be disclosable pursuant to the law that you did talk about, there is many additional digital evidence videos that, if applicable, would all have to be released. So this is for purposes of the town hall meeting, if that makes sense.
Right. I'm just asking at what point will the department release other videos that depict or relate to the discharge of a firearm person? As you know, the audiovisual records have a 45-day maximum window with some exceptions.
So to your point, within 14 days, it's a very short, compressed time frame. So we wanted to produce enough in which we could be transparent and open with the community about what happened. Future videos and evidence will be released either pursuant to law or some type of exemption that is legally allowed. So those will be on a case-by-case basis as we get closer to those timeframes.
Jose Carrizales.
Jose Carrizales. Did your dispatchers tell your officers at any time that he wanted officers to shoot him?
There was information in the CAD notes, yes.
So your officers knew that he wanted to shoot him. He wanted the officers to shoot him.
There was that information in the CAD notes, yes.
It's a basic yes or no question. The second one is obviously he had his hands in the air and he turned to his right. Why did your officers shoot him 7 times?
I don't want to get into speculation on the investigation.
The third question that I had was, did he actually fire his weapon?
It was a BB gun, sir.
So he didn't fire it?
It was a BB gun, sir.
That's a no. I take that as a no.
Thank you. Do we have any more questions? This concludes our town hall meeting. Thank you for your time, your comments, your questions, and your continued community support.